grateful, pledged by the national associations through Francesco. We reached almost $1.5 billion, which is a good starting point for next year. Thank you, really thank you very much. I don't need to tell you how important this is for our financial and program planning. And more important, perhaps, I interpret this at the end of my tenure, of my 10 years, as an extraordinary gesture of confidence by those of you who have pledged, big and small, and who have participated in the event today. This is very important in so many ways. It is a political message of support to the cause that we are all upholding, and it is also a message that will convey confidence, first and foremost, to the people that we serve. And you know what Mary said on behalf of Uganda is really very important, that this goes back to the refugees, to the host communities, to the host countries as an important message. And last but not least, it's an important message of confidence that you transmit to my own colleagues as they move forward along this difficult path. So thank you very much. I want to single out a few, if I have a couple of more minutes. First of all, to say thanks to those that quite exceptionally, because it didn't happen before, have pledged additional funding for 2025, because we're, as I appealed, to really look at your remaining funding, the Netherlands, Iceland, Finland, and the Czech Republic announced it here. Apologies if I have forgotten others. I know that others have already done it in the last few weeks, but I wanted to say this is very important, and we still have 29 days in the year, so you have a lot of opportunities to give a little extra help for 2025. It will help us a lot. Then looking, very important, at 2026, thanks to the big, large pledgers that we have heard. Denmark, Germany, Japan, the Netherlands, Norway, Switzerland. All of you have really pledged very substantive funding. And I would also like to single out those that have declared increased funding from last year. Algeria, Ireland, Japan again, Luxembourg, Iceland. All of you have announced that your contribution in 2026 will be higher. Thank you very much. A special thanks to Austria, to Singapore and Spain, who made pledges this year. They hadn't made it in previous years. So this is very much appreciated that you came to the table now early. Thank you to all those that have mentioned unearmarked funding, including, of course, the National Association. This is, as I said, I don't want to repeat again, such an important signal, which is an additional boost for our planning at the beginning of the year, which we are quite concerned about. So I also, if I may say, on behalf of my controller, and from the cash flow point of view, please disburse early so that we avoid having a cash interruption, which is a very high risk this year because of the lack of a carryover. Of course, 1.3, 1.4 billion, if we include the NAPs, is extraordinary. Concerns remain that we are not in a very positive financial context. And I want to echo what host countries, some of them, Ethiopia, Kenya, Iran, again, Uganda, have expressed here. I want to share very much their view. They are the biggest contributor to the refugee responses, to the responses to the displaced people. As Mary said, it doesn't go into the form, but actually it is a huge cost in so many terms, material term, political term, social terms in their country. That's a very important reason for international solidarity and burden sharing. And in conclusion, I really hope, as many of you have said, I understand that some of you cannot make pledges because of the parliamentary process, but please as soon as possible further pledges. Those of you who can make pledges, please make them in the coming days and weeks. I want to conclude by saying thank you very much for this gesture of trust. We will give it as much visibility as we can. I think it's a very important signal also to my successor that she or he can start the tenure with a bit more confidence. I think it is also a very important message of solidarity and support to the multilateral system, as many of you have said, in addition, of course, to the support that all of this represents to the cause of refugees, to the principles of refugee protection, of international burden sharing, and the quest for solutions to forced displacement. Many thanks, Mr. Chairman, and thank you all.
Well, thank you very much, High Commissioner, and also I would like to thank you for your cooperation and understanding. I had to come in to stop some of the remarks made by you. I have no ill intention, but I just wanted to make sure that this meeting will be finished on time, and I think we are more or less on time now. Perfect. So I would like to thank all the states for their continued support to UNHCR and the valuable populations it serves. I would also like to highlight that the support we provide comes in multiple forms and means through generous financial contributions, through the hosting of affected populations, and through the welcoming of resettled individuals, as well as through critical forms of advocacy. It is through these means, each of which is essential, that we collectively express our solidarity with refugees, stateless and internally displaced persons. We enable their immediate protection, and we facilitate the eventual achievement of durable solutions. I would also like to thank UNHCR's national partners for the very significant contributions they always make. They have made and they will continue to make. UNHCR and I count on your continued collaboration and support. Thank you very much. And the meeting is now adjourned. Thank you very much.